And while you're watching that rodeo, we want to remind you to write down the best bull ring scores each day. Of course, headline to shawtv.com for your chance to win a barbecue. Speaking of hot things like barbecues, Alanna Nolan joins us now. She's a Rodeo Insider as well as just all around good gal. Alanna, what are we talking about today?
Well, today I wanted to mention, you know, Calgary Stampede has seen its share of heartache and heartfelt stories over the years. No one will forget Tammy Fisher going on the stage after she won the barrel racing in 2009, got her check, and then spilled her heart out about how her son had died in a car accident 2 weeks previously.
Right.
Well, it looks like this year, unfortunately, Shane Hanchey is going to go with the Heartfelt Award. His grandmother passed away just 3 weeks before the Calgary Stampede, and he was already on the rodeo trail when this happened, so he couldn't go home to Louisiana. But he did fly home from Wainwright after the show go to her funeral.
Okay.
Now, he's put on a smoking show here at the Calgary Stampede. He won $18,000 in 4 days.
Wow.
3 first place finishes. He's feeling good, he's looking good. Now, he last year made a $100,000 mistake in his last tie on that calf, and he's looking for revenge this year for sure.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Also, from a little bit of heartache to some headaches.
Yes, so another cowboy I want you to watch out for is Dustin Flunder in the saddle bronc riding. Now, Dustin was actually kicked in the head 3 weeks ago at a Wildwood bronc riding. Our sports medicine team here takes care of our cowboys. It's unbelievable. I've seen hockey players that would be out for 6 months with some of the injuries that these guys have, and it's unbelievable that Dustin is actually here riding after such an amazing injury.
How common, I guess, are injuries like that, Alanna? Is what Dustin experienced, is that pretty rare, or do we see that more than, you know, we hear about it?
It's pretty rare, especially in the bronc riding. You see it more in the bull riding. That's why those bull riders have gone to wearing helmets more.
Right.
But I mean, it's a slew of injuries that sports medicine trailer sees. It's ACL tears, it's MCL tears, it's separated shoulders, head injuries, and everything from bumps and bruises.
And of course, if their pool isn't done, we're still seeing them ride the next day with some of those injuries, aren't we?
4 days on 4 hard broncs. It's not easy. It's not an easy life. But these guys, they get paid to win. Right. They're not salaried, so they need to ride to make the money. Okay, that is some good stories. Looking forward ahead to kind of the second half of Stampede. Alanna, what else are we going to learn a little bit more about from you? Well, I'm going to get some more stories on some of the competitors here. There's actually a very cool bucking horse here that was recently purchased for $100,000. Wow. You can imagine that. That's a pretty expensive business partner. That's right. So I'm going to find out a little more. His name is Virgil. Virgil. Okay, well, we will look for that down the Stampede Trail here. And Alanna, a little bit about Sammy Kelts. Well, Sam actually is a rider who is familiar with injury as well. He's had some shoulder injuries. He rides with a brace. Okay. But he's been putting on a great show this year in the rodeo circuit. Okay. It should be one to watch too. Alanna, thanks so much. She is our Rodeo Insider. You can check her out each day, each night with Dave, Will, Dwayne Danes, and then a little bit later she's also doing the Chuck Wagons with Dave, Will, and Mike LaBelle. She's a busy lady. We are going to right now check in with a little bit more about Sam Kelts.